Hi guys, welcome to the DEFCON Rugby Show. It's Thursday, last DEFCON Rugby Show of the weekend, because tomorrow we'll have games at 5 o'clock. So yeah, check it out. Last weekend, it's not the weekend, last of the week. Weekend's about to start. Got a lot to get into. Let me put it out there for you quickly, and then I'll put up the chat as well, because I did forget that. There, the topics for today. A lot to get into. URC we're even getting into, but let me just put up the chat really quickly, that I can actually see what we're talking about, and if anybody is out there, because at the moment I don't want to put it on the main screen, just don't want to take anything away. But yeah, where are we today? At what level of DEFCON are we at today? There we go, put that up there. Should get me straight into it. That's like they say, you gotta be prepared, and Vic wasn't prepared. Live, there you go. So Vern Isley's in the house, Paul Terry's in the house. Nice to see you guys, fantastic. So this is a big show today, man. Big one, lots to get into. So I think, because we're getting into so much, I think it's a DEFCON 3 today. Not a 4, not a 2, not a 1, not a 5. No, it's definitely a 3 today. There you go, DEFCON 3. So let's start off. Of course, got a lot to get into, and I don't want to waste too much of your time as per usual. So the weekend in rugby, the rugby all starts off on Friday with the Currie Cup, but I'm going to start off here. For me, game of the weekend, Fiji against Tonga, 5 o'clock, Central European time in the morning, live on this channel with me. Join me for that. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be fantastic. But lots of rugby to get in. Let's have a look at the Women's World Cup quickly. Let's go through all the pools quickly. So that was Pool A. Every team has played one game. So Australia, England, both won their game. Both of the bonus point. Australia faced the USA on the weekend. So must win for the US girls. If Australia wins, I think England will beat Samoa. So if Australia beats USA, that pool should all be wrapped up. Then in Pool B, Canada, Scotland, Wales, Fiji. Interesting. Don't know if the Welsh girls can do anything. I'm not quite sure. I think Scotland and Canada will go through in that group. Group C, New Zealand, Ireland, Japan, and Spain. I must congratulate Spain. Had a wonderful game against New Zealand. I actually thought they'd get thrashed much higher. I was totally surprised. Even Japan, well fought against Ireland. I'll show you all the fixtures of those afterwards. And then in Group D, surprise, the good old RSA is on top of the log. But they got a tough game coming up this weekend, live on this channel, obviously, against Italy. France will play Brazil. I think that's an easy win for France, and then they should basically be through already. Let's have a look at all the fixtures quickly. I'll put them all out there at one go. There you go. So those are all the fixtures of the weekend. All starts on Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock with Canada against Wales. All times are obviously Central European guys. Then Scotland take on Fiji. This could be an interesting one. England going to thrash Samoa. And then the big one live on this channel, USA against Australia. Ireland, Spain on Sunday is the early kickoff. I actually think, I'm going to sound the alarm bells here. I think it could be upset time here. I think the Spanish could do a number here. New Zealand will wallop Japan, not a problem. Italy, South Africa. Italy, obviously the favourites, but I think it's a lot closer than people think. And I do think that Italy most probably will nip it, but I give the South Africans a little bit of a chance. I don't give Brazil a hope in hell against France. I think this could be the first game at the Rugby World Cup where a team scores 100 points. That is just my, there you go. Let's take them all away quickly. There you go. Let's just to remind you what is on the channel. It is Australia to face against the US. That's going to be at 8:30 on Saturday. And on Sunday, I'll do that one. And this one, Vern's doing Italy against South Africa. We will start streaming at 4:15 Central European time for a kickoff at 16:30. So that is your Women's World Cup fixtures. I hope everybody's. Don't forget, we have a little bit of Currie Cup. I could have put that a little bit better in the middle of the screen. It's not good. There you go. And because I'm nice, I could make it a little bit bigger, There you go. So those are the Currie Cup fixtures for the weekend. Big weekend in the Currie Cup. I'm going to go through all of them. There you go. They're all going to be on this channel live. All starts tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock with the Cheetahs against the Griquas. Vern's doing that one. Then on Saturday, it is the Lions against the Bulls. Vern's doing that one as well. I'm doing, of course, the Sharks against the Boland Cavaliers. Ooh, tough game for my Sharks. And what an exciting team the Boland Cavaliers are. Everybody's new favorite team. Everybody. From Australia, here people supporting Boland. From New Zealand, everybody loves Boland. And then to finish the weekend off, Vern has the honor of doing Western Province against the Pumas. So we'll see, check what that happens there with Western Province. Then, of course, not only in South Africa is provincial rugby running at the moment, but in good old New Zealand, there is the standings in the NPC, 4 rounds in the book, Canterbury on top. I think that's like a Crusaders subsidiary. Then you have all the other teams, North Harbour, not doing so well at the bottom of the table. Where's Vern's favorite team? Bay of Plenty. I like that name. Bay of Plenty. Isn't that a beautiful name? These are the fixtures. Check them out. It all starts on Friday. North Harbour. And these are local times on the side, not Central European. These are New Zealand times at North Harbour against the Bay of Plenty. I would actually like to watch that one for once. Canterbury takes on Manawatu. Check out all the games. Big rugby weekend. So you got the NPC, you got the Currie Cup, you got the Women's Rugby World Cup, you got Fiji against Samoa. Then the fixtures and the tables have come out for the Investec Cup. I'm going to put them out there one after the other. Now we're not talking Man U on the show. We're talking rugby, man. Vern, they have to make a time out here. Now that's the pool for the Investec Cup. There's four pools. So you can see the Hollywood Bet Sharks and the Sale Sharks in the same group. Interesting. Then in Group 2 you have Bath, Toulon, Munster, Custers, Edinburgh and Gloucester. Then in Group 3 you have Leinster Rugby, Leicester Tigers, Harlequinstad, La Rochelle, Bionnet and the Stormers. That's a tough group for the Stormers, man. The toilet paper team. And then Pool 4, Bordeaux, the reigning champions. I think are they? Yeah. Scarlets, Bristol Bears, Selection Palois, Northampton Saints, and the Vodacom Bulls. I would go here with Bordeaux, Bristol Bears, and the Vodacom Bulls. Saints also a tough team. That's a little bit your Investec. There is the second tier of that competition that is known as the Challenge Cup. Let you know how the draw went there. The Ospreys, the Tebre, Montpellier, Montauban, Black Lions. Ooh, I like them. And they are from Georgia. And the Connacht Rugby, they are in Pool 1. In Pool 2, you have Lyon, Newcastle, Red Bull, the Dragons, Benetton, the Lions, and USAP. That's Perpignan, if I get it right. And in Pool 3, you have the Cheetahs, Cardiff Rugby, Exeter Chiefs, Racing, Stade Francais, and Ulster. So that is a lot of rugby there to get lots of competition starting. I mean, look, let me just keep on going with all that's going to be happening. And this is all coming on our channel, my friend, all of it. The Super Rugby will start in February. Those are the 11 teams. As of maybe next year, there'll be more teams, some US boys in there as well. This is the first round of games that will all start in February. The Investec starts in December. So the Highlanders, Crusaders, Waratahs, Reds, Drua Moana Pacifica. That's a 100% guaranteed game that will be on this channel. I can tell you that already. And the Blues against the Chiefs most probably as well. So yeah, I'm trying to rattle through it quickly today. There you go. Then don't forget, there was a good article, not from me, about Welsh Rugby. I'm going to give kudos to the guy that wrote it. That is Nick Bishop. All about Welsh Rugby and why Welsh Rugby should reduce to 2 club teams for the URC. That'll open up some space maybe for the Cheetahs or maybe even for American teams, as we've heard. Check that out. This was written by Nick Bishop. Fantastic article all about Welsh Rugby. I read it. I thought it was fantastic. If you guys want to read something interesting, check that out. Then last but not least, the URC. Can't forget that. That all starts on the 26th of September. They're going to be big pre-game highlights of that from our channel. We're going to do a sneak peek on every South African team. That is the fixture for the first round of games. Pity that some of the Springboks will still be playing their in the Rugby Championship. So the Stormers and the Sharks, the Lions and the Bulls will be a little bit decimated. These are the 10 teams, or the 16 teams that are in that competition. I believe it's the last time we see these 16 teams. I think Cardiff Rugby will be there next year. And then it becomes different. Then becomes difficult to see. Will it be the Dragons? What happens to the other teams there in Wales? We will see which teams. But I think only 2 of them will be in there. And I think 2 American teams could come in. Maybe 1. Maybe the Cheetahs. We will see. No news on the international front. Yes, the Rugby Championship is in a break this week, so we're not going to get too much into that. We're just waiting. Next week will be interesting when they start naming all the teams. You know, Eden Park, first big match, South Africa, go to New Zealand. I think they fly out. I think they're flying out this weekend already to get acclimatized there. Go visit the Sheep Shaggers. But it's going to be very interesting. So stay tuned. Monday we'll give you more updates on the Rugby Championship, give you all the results from the weekend in the NPC, in the Currie Cup, Women's Rugby World Cup. That's the right word. We'll give you all that info, tell you what happened in the Pacific thing, put out a table in the Pacific Nations Cup as well. So lots of rugby. Let's see in there. Janlu, on your birthday the Stormers are playing. Well. Boca already there. You see that? They couldn't wait to get to New Zealand. They're chomping at the bits. It's going to be a big, interesting game. It's going to be big, interesting. But that was the Rugby DEFCON show for today. A lot of info in a short time. Hope I didn't, blow you away with too much info. But, just go back and forth. You can watch it as many times as you want. So that's the show for today. Guys, thanks for watching. And don't forget, later this evening, we are going to be live for the basketball. Italy against Greece. Join us for that. That's starting at 8:15 Central European time. And otherwise, join me tomorrow morning for the morning show. Guys, have a wonderful day. Enjoy and see you later. Ciao, ciao.